Yes, it's that Friday feeling. Oh, God, we're back again. That feeling of, yeah. You know what I mean? Yes, we're back again this Friday feeling. Giving you that oomph for the weekend, for that RC fun and feeling. What we're doing today? Well, we're talking about a stripper. A Balsa stripper, that is, or laser. Yes, we're going back to my boat. Yes, the boat. We've got a back here that sits in the back there, and it has got little kind of walk planks or panels, we like to call it. But it's got like decking planks. I think that's the word for it. So what should I be doing? Should I be using a Balsa stripper or should I be using a laser? Alright, yes. So what are we up to? Yes, so it also, in fact, today is a kind of like not a Friday. No, we got into a bit more of the weekend because Friday was probably one of the hottest days in the year in the UK in 2024 in July. And it was sweltering heat everywhere. And a person of my stature can't deal with that heat unless I'm acclimatised, and one day does not acclimatise you. Anyway, so this is what we started off. Yes, we started off with our drawing and dimensions and all that sort of funky stuff to try and get a hole. You're saying, Chris, why do you want a hole? Well, I want a hatch. It's an engine hatch. And we're going to cut this hatch out, and then we're going to sort of hopefully then slice up some balsa with using the Balsa Stripper and make some planks. And then we went to cut it, and yes, disaster. Me, disaster? Never. Yes, disaster. It happened again. Yes, I put the wrong size blade in my little jigsaw-y thing, yeah, it was wobbly and wibbly and wobbly, and we won't forget about that. And we ended up with something like this, which is a cutout, and something like this, which if you can look, if I can get it in there, it's a bit rough. Yes, it's a bit doggy, as we say. Rough. Anyway, it's okay. So we can cover that up, we can sand it down, and we can do some lots of stuff. So let's have a look at our Balsa stripper. So this is the yes, rough, just kicking off back there with Nova. This is a Balsa stripper. This is a master air screw, very highly dangerous Balsa stripper. And basically you measure somewhere on there. It has got little kind of indentations, one side anyway. Which side is this side? You just can't really see them, but they're indents and they line up. It would be good if they just run a bit of paint over it so you can actually see what you're doing. But you can get a ruler, obviously, which I did, and measure just sort of like, you know, how you want the cut with the blade and bits and pieces. It's the only one I had at the moment, the only one in stock. There is a select one that I would like to get, but hey ho. So here's a bit of balsa and the overhead cam. Let's move that atrocity out of the way for a second. So yeah, you understand, so I need to do planks, so then all the planks will be going along here, and then in here we've got to have an inner for the hatch, and then we'll have some more planks inside the hatch. Yes, so this is, so what you got to do, what I found an easiest way to do anyway, is find out obviously how far you got to go, and then just put a bit of pressure like on a ruler and stuff just to stop it popping up. And it's as simple as sort of front pressure against the edge, and slice it, keeping that middle pressure against the edge, middle pressure, then start to put back pressure, and voila, look at that, straight and sexy. Now of course we could keep on carrying on doing these, you get the idea. So you know, sort of that would be a plank, but we will cut it so it ends there, and then we'll do another plank there, and so. A lot of planks, yes, but that's okay. You know, this is the art of bolstering. I love it, absolutely. But look how lovely straight that is. I mean, this is great. This has its own anyway for when I'm doing model building and bits and pieces. It just, you know, it's fantastic. So you know, you know what it is like, and it goes up to ½ an inch, that one. You building your plane or boat or anything else, and you just need that bit of balsa, that slither, and you just, yeah, it doesn't happen. So here you can see the planks. If I can look at the overhead cam, you can see, get what I'm on about anyway. So obviously if that's down there, that would start there just to make it look authentic. A lot of planks, a lot of sticking, a lot of gluing, and a lot of balsa. And then I thought to myself, well, hang about, I've got a laser. Why not use a laser? Yes. Yes, and here we go. It's lasered. Oh yes. Oh, look at this square. Oh, look at that. It's got a bit of sticky on the back. Look at that laser. And there's my hatch. Fantastic. So that's great, but I should have really cut it so it's got that edge. But that's good. Look how straight that is. So now I could probably use my Balsa Stripper and it's going to look lovely. And I could put it on here, so it's, you know, we can stick it down there and then cut it afterwards. It's fantastic. But hey, you know, someone said to me, even though I enjoy this, but I get limited time. Oh yes, limited time. Someone said to me, Chris, work smarter, not work harder. Yes. So, I suppose I could use the laser again. And here she is. Look at this, a nice thin piece of timber. And as you can see, I've made all my panels. They are sort of like you can put your nail in there. It's not deep, but it's deep enough to show that I've got planks. And there you go, planks. And here we go. So we have the inner that we had before, which will obviously be the hatch. And then if I put that there, oh yes, let's get, oh, bumping the thing, put that there. Now here's this, look at this, I engraved it so it looks like I'm really good at making corners. Between me and you, we know I'm not. But anyway, yes. So that will sit like so. And then this one will sit in here as long as I've got the right side. And it'll all be stuck down there. Voila. Look at that. Does that look sexy or what? So that's exactly what I wanted to get. How am I going to get this? I've still got to, maybe, you know, I could do a second version or something, you know. I mean, you've got to be looking at it that the hatch maybe should have been going that way because the engine sits like that. I like to be different. But I could always do it again. It's not a problem. I do need a bit more of the thicker ply. But all this together, if I get that round, is about the same, I get that, as the original ply. So it will fit nicely and sink underneath, which I'll show you after a little while. So I think the next thing we could do is actually glue it with a bit of sticker. You stick a bit of glue, stick that down, let it dry. Now on this one as well, what I want to do is probably, obviously it's got to have an inner lip inside so this doesn't fall through. I've got to do that, and I was maybe thinking I could, you know, just drill a hole there and put a magnet in there. So at least I can have like a magnet kind of pen to open the hatch again. But that's, you know, that's something that I can build on in another video possibly. But I'll tell you what, let's get this stuck. Well, there you go. Look at this scary picture here. I think they are breeding. Yes, there's plenty of clips. And here we go. Voila. There we go. So we have done the little insert, which is just another cutting. There it is. I haven't done anything like magnetic or anything like that, but there she goes. Brilliant. In fact, let's go to the overhead cam and have a look at the boat. Yes. Okay, so this is how this fits in. It's a bit weird how she fits in, but there you go. Look at that. Now, obviously, we'd have to just, I mean, there is kind of units that fit along the side. We've got some stairs here and other bits and pieces. I think I was kind of right in not having the sections here because if you see this one here, this is the length of the plank. And yeah, so it wouldn't be like that. So I think that's about how it should be. But there's stuff on here anyway. There's a crane here and everything else. But I think I'll probably just give that maybe a light varnish just to yellow it up a bit so it looks like proper planks, and think about how I'm going to get it in and out. If it's just magnetic or something, I don't know. That'd be enough to see what's going on. It's just more for me purposes. But yeah, you see, it does wobble about because you can't put it in otherwise. It's a funny old shape. But I like it. You know, I can always put one of the switches in there. As I say, it's a bit of a, there you go, funny thing to put in. But as I say, other things have got to fit on top of there, which we'll do in another video. But there you go. Maybe put a little mark there so when the sailors can fill it up. Or I might just put it that way. Probably how it's meant to be with the engine, and just do another one. This is kind of phase one. But it's just going to show you that sometimes the laser is a lot easier than the Balsa Stripper. Oh yeah. Well, there you go. Comes to another end of a Friday feeling. But that Friday feeling will carry on all the way through the weekend and hopefully boost you to all the way to the following Friday. Don't forget, watch my Facebook page or go and visit that. I'm going to do posts during the week and other bits and pieces. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and ring that bell and push that bell, should I say. So then you'll know of all the notifications of bits and pieces that I'm going to be doing. Yeah, so there you go. So sometimes old is better, new is better, but if you've got both, it's fantastic. So the Balsa Stripper is going to be used now. I've got one for all the bits and pieces of the planes that I need for the little cutting of the balsa. And of course, if you get a chance to get a laser printer, get one, or laser cutter, engraver, get one. If you know, they are cheap as chips these days, and it just helps. It's another tool in your box, as to say, even though it's a big tool to put in a box. But it won't be in a box. But you know what I mean. But that just saves time. And of course, if you don't like something, then you know you can just use that wood for something else and start again or whatever else. But I'm quite happy with the way that's going, and you'll see once it's got the crane and everything else, it'll all fall together. Yeah, so I am flying during the week. I'm doing my stick time, but it's the same plane. So I'm sure you don't see a billion videos of me flying that same plane. And we're just doing bits and pieces in the hangar. So if you are getting out this weekend, then that's fantastic. The weather is changing in the UK in July, August 2024. It's now settling down, getting the summer that we're meant to have, and hopefully I'll be able to get all that sorted out this weekend. So listen, be safe, keep safe, but most of all, have fun. Listen, thanks for popping by. Ta-da!